The stillness of the Heron.
Elara was a prisoner in a cell of her own making. The walls were constructed of shoulds and what ifs, and the air was thick with the dust of past mistakes and future anxieties. Every thought was a heavy chain, clanging and dragging as she moved through her day. The negative chatter was relentless. You're not good enough. You're going to fail. Everyone is judging you. One crisp autumn morning, seeking a desperate reprieve, she found herself by the riverbank. The water flowed, indifferent to her internal turmoil. That's when she saw it. A great blue heron, standing perfectly still in the shallows.
The bird was an absolute study in patience. Its gaze was focused, yet seemingly blank, fixed on the water, but not frantic. It wasn't worried about the fish it had missed yesterday. Nor was it stressing over whether a better meal waited downstream. It simply was. Elara sat on a mossy log and decided, for one moment, to try the heron's way.
The practice of release.
She closed her eyes, and for the first time, did not try to fight the negative thoughts. She had always wrestled with them, screaming for them to leave, which only gave them more power. This time, she pictured the thoughts as leaves floating down a slow-moving stream.
That presentation was terrible. A brown, curled leaf drifts by. She doesn't grab it. She watches it go.
I'll never find a new job. A sharp, thorny leaf passes. She acknowledges its presence and allows it to flow out of sight.
I am so exhausted. A large, heavy, waterlogged leaf spins past. She repeated the exercise. Every time a new negative thought arose, a critical voice, a memory of regret, she mentally placed it on a leaf and let the current carry it away. It wasn't about stopping the mind. It was about refusing to board the boat of the thought. Slowly, the frantic procession of leaves slowed down. The mind, tired of producing thoughts that weren't being entertained, began to quiet. A profound and unexpected sensation washed over her. Lightness. The space where the noisy thoughts had been was not empty, but full of clear, still air. It was the sensation of stepping out of a dark, cluttered closet and into an open meadow. She could hear the rustle of the wind in the reeds, the gentle lap of the river, the distant caw of a crow.
She opened her eyes. The heron hadn't moved. It stood there, a quiet master of the present moment.
For the first time in years, Elara felt free, not because the problems of her life had vanished, but because the constant, self-inflicted suffering over those problems had ceased. She had emptied her mind not by force, but by witnessing and releasing. The space she created was one of pure potential, a quiet sky ready for action, not reaction.
She smiled, stood up, and walked home, the stillness of the heron moving with her. An inner sanctuary she knew she could return to any time. The story of Elara and the heron teaches us that true freedom is found in stillness, not struggle. The first key lesson is non-resistance. Stop fighting your negative thoughts that only feeds them. Instead, practice the stream technique. Picture each critical thought as a floating leaf. You are the observer on the bank. Watch the leaf drift past, and do not board the boat.
This creates presence and lightness. By letting go of the past and the future, you access the clear, quiet space of the present moment. Remember, freedom is internal. You don't need to change your life's problems. You only need to change your relationship with your mind. Release the grip of the mind, and you will find your own inner sanctuary, the quiet mastery of the heron.